Oh, I'm so glad I had that on tape.
Did you hear that?
Not as loud as you did, apparently. Oh my
Fuck. Like car alarms are going off.
Oh,
Like multiple car alarms.
what was that?
God, like lightning.
That was lightning?
Yes. Fuck. I'm not going outside today. There's a tropical storm here.
It's beautiful and sunny. It's going to be 112. I'll be getting in the pool when we're done. Little stress-free pool time because you know I need it. I'm probably going to edit the episode in the pool.
So Alex,
Yeah.
I believe there's some healing that needs to be done today on this episode of Pop Roast. Like, we need to bring the mess to the table. Our table. Not the red table.
The blue table.
I don't know what color it is, but I know it's going to be messy today. Today.
Well, you know what isn't messy? Tamara's edges, because she doesn't have any.
Correct.
You know what isn't messy? Nene's house, because she doesn't have any furniture. You know what isn't? Well, actually, I would consider black mold a mess, so I guess Sheree's house is a mess.
Poor Sheree.
Sheree is poor, that's true. That's true.
But first, before we get into the mess, did you hear about this memoir coming out by Mariah Carey? I cannot wait to pre-order that on audiobook.
Is she reading it?
Yes. Like she's having a whole memoir, and I'm very excited. It comes out, I think, in September. Like, I want to know it all. Like, she's gonna talk about everything we want to know about.
I'm trying to see if I have a fuck.
I mean, of course, there's a J-Lo mess. There's a Tommy Mottola who tried to basically destroy her career. We have the breakdowns, the TRL moment with the popsicles. You have the Eminem drama. You have, like, she's been through it all.
I feel like we've gotten all of that in interviews. So, and they're all on YouTube. Like,
I feel like she really hasn't gone personal into. I mean, she like fined a billionaire for wasting her time. I want to hear about that.
I don't know if I believe in autobiographies because I know how much I would lie in my own.
Oh my God. Well, I mean, there's a book, but then I just feel like listening to her voice, like, read it. I'd rather that. I think it should be a good listen or read,
And my autobiography would be the same. I feel like she is a storyteller. And so
yeah, I mean, she's a singer-songwriter as well. And I mean, storytellers are the best songwriters.
There we go. I know I've written a few hits.
Look, I mean, jingle after jingle after jingle.
Cast a few spells apparently with them too. I'm like, maybe I should have said from the streets of New York all the way out to the Maldives. Like,
right. I mean, how foreshadowing was that? I'm pretty sure.
I love Vegas, but it's like I would have set my sights a little higher had I known what I was doing.
Oh, wow. Have you, like, used Goya in your seasonings? Like, because I have not heard of Goya until I moved to New York.
No comprende.
Oh, okay. You know what I'm talking about, though, right?
Me gusta adobo. ¿Cómo?
Now I don't understand what you're saying.
But yeah, no, I don't use Goya. I use adobo seasoning.
Oh, okay. What do you use it for? I'm just curious because I don't use it at all.
Oh, adobo. I use the adobo like all seasoning.
It's seasoning salt, right?
Yeah, it's like a seasoning salt.
Oh, okay. See, I was just raised off of Tony Chachere's and Zatarans, maybe some Landry's. I don't know, but
I grew up with Lowry's, but when I moved to our neighborhood, sometimes they didn't have Lowry's, and my friend was like, "Oh yeah, use adobo. It's the same thing." And It's not exactly the same, but it's still really good seasoning. Like it's flavor. It's
And they sell like canned vegetables too and stuff like that. I was always a Green Giant person, or so yeah. I mean, I was just like, oh, who are we boycotting today? Got it. Never used them in the first place. Easy. So what did you think about the return of Beverly Hills? Did they like, were you interested or?
They blew my mind. Garcelle is taking center stage and the spotlight is on her. I loved that Denise she's not gonna take it. She's not gonna but her overly aggressive husband, that was creepy.
That's funny. We both said that when, the husbands get involved, it's not cute. And we both mentioned Penelope Thomas Bailey in our respective videos.
Penelope is the blueprint for a messy husband in women's business.
Yeah, definitely.
Now, we aren't in women's business. We are simply the referees calling bullshit on your fashions from the sideline. I'm sorry, honey, those eyebrows are a foul. That's a foul. 4-yard penalty.
I gotta say, the only thing I'm tired of is like, can we get some new fights? Like, it's just getting tired. It's like a little merry-go-round. First,
that's what Denise's issue was. She didn't realize that this is Housewives. This is reality television. Mona Scott Young does it. Andy Cohen does it. Big Fish does it. Everybody does it. What do? We beat the dead horse. We beat the dead horse until the dead horse is in the ground. Then once it's in the ground, then we beat the ground until we get it down to a single nitrogen atom. An atom. We get it down to an atomic level. Quiet as it's kept. If we put all the energy that we put into rehashing old plot lines as we did in defining clean energy, we'd be flying free.
But it just went from Denise's kids to Santa Barbara to the barbecue, and now to her husband being disrespectful to them. I'm just like,
Denise should have said, look, I'm not mom shaming. My kids have had a weird life and I'm trying to shelter them. But on the same token, you've got a 14, 15-year-old who's very cognizant and aware and on social media of what goes on the show. So when you say things that aren't necessary, like, oh yeah, my husband has a huge penis. We're sure you are sexually satisfied with this man if you went on and married him. You didn't have to say he has a big penis. You could say he's good in bed. You could say, I enjoy him, we enjoy. But did you really have to break it down? Like then the whole, oh yeah, I took him to get a happy ending. It's like, you say things that are sex pottish that will be aired, but then it's like, oh, my children's virgin. It's like, girl, you did Playboy, reckon with it and move on. But don't shame anybody else for doing the same shit you've done.
I think every new housewife who who gets the second season offer, like their second season offer, they try to edit themselves. Like some of them. Like, Camille did. Who else did? I think someone else, not Kenya. But I know Denise, like she was real like free or whatever, but this season she just seems like a stick in the mud because I'm guessing she saw how she came off, which I didn't think was bad at all. But apparently she's trying to be like Saint Denise, like they're calling her.
And it's just, it's not necessary. It's like, either don't show one side or, be comfortable with it. Right. But the things that you've put out there, you put out.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and did you hear last week about New York Housewives? They got the lowest ratings ever. Because I'm guessing because of the break, maybe, or maybe people are just tired of the cast.
I think the break did them more harm than good. People don't want breaks, especially right now. Like when people got into other shows, it's like, I'm binge watching this, Tinsley's gone. Like everybody was mad at Tinsley for no real reason and the whole Dorinda being mad at her. Now we've got Elise, the
So it looks like Mona Scott is taking out a PPP loan to help out the rest of her like cast members because we have another what we call Zell Swag a cast member.
What we call Zell's, you see, ooh, ooh.
You gotta watch what you say.
Real close, real close. Zell Swag is, I'm gonna say a being, and that's all I'm gonna give him, a being.
Okay.
That's a being. Are we talking about Zell's OnlyFans?
For $20, you can see him. I didn't look at his page, God no, God forbid, but I was just looking at, you can see how much content they have before you pay for it. He has, I believe, 17 photos and 12 videos. Now, I would pay him $20 to shut that page down, actually. Like, who encouraged that? Who?
Who's paying?
Who? I don't know, but it's just a long line. There's nothing wrong with having the OnlyFans. I'm just like, geez, another Love and Hip Hop cast member?
Well, I have to say, Erica Mena and Safari at least put their money into a new house.
I mean, I don't even think he can afford his rent with his OnlyFans. The one that he's sharing with Paris?
Or Rent-A-Center Furniture.
Right.
That he's splitting with Paris. Quiet as it's kept, Paris could probably make more money in the BBW section than he could.
Oh, you took the words right out of my mouth.
50 Cent was in a fight in New Jersey.
I hope he lost. He needed that.
According to CMZ, 50 flew into a rage, throwing a table and chair after getting into it with a guy he's beefed with in the past. Now, I'm sorry, with all that money, I wouldn't be throwing shit but lawsuits and cease and desists at you.
I mean, I would have a security guard if I was him. I mean, he's pissed so many people off.
Oh, wait, that means maybe I should have a security guard with me, too.
You don't leave the house.
I don't leave the house.
You don't. Like, you get people to get things for you to bring to the house so you don't have to leave.
Don't go out. I'm over it. Why get out of the pool?
Why get out of the pool?
I'll get out of the pool to work because it's easier, and also I do worry about this, like, toppling in the pool and electrocuting me like I'm Uncle Fester on the Addams Family, and I'm already bald, and I have Debbie Zielinski tendencies, so I'm like, you know what, let's not tempt fate. Adam Lambert sold his $2.9 million Hollywood Hills home and bought a $6.5 million home in the similar area. I am so proud of him. He came out, he keeps his business going, he keeps his business out the street, he gets his coin. I love people that are like famous, they do their art, stay under the radar, and just win.
Yeah, I mean, did he win American Idol?
I don't know if he won or not, but he's winning at life.
Yeah, like I wouldn't think he would be able to afford a $6.5 million house.
He tours like crazy, and like apparently Queen got back together and he's the new front man.
He's the new front man. I heard about that. Okay.
He got his skin together. I am just like, girl, that is transformation.
It's a good job. Like Botox, so you mean?
I think he probably like took like Restylane or Amoeba Bob.
I saw someone on the timeline, like they're in their mid-20s getting Botox. I'm just like, I asked the timeline the question, like, do you really need Botox in your mid-20s? And someone told me like, oh, well, that's so it keeps it intact when you get older. And I was just like, oh, I don't really know about that.
I don't either. I look like this and I'm going to be 38 in December.
Happy birthday. Congratulations.
Thank you.
I'm going to be 35 in 2 weeks. 2 weeks. I know, right?
5.
So y'all get into that Cash App, that Venmo, the PayPal, if you want to.
Say happy birthday. Happy birthday. Say congratulations. Happy birthday. How do you feel about turning 35?
Well, I plan on going to Italy, but that didn't happen. So
Summer season isn't on hold, so your summer bod shouldn't be either. Get access to professional training from the comfort of your home with Beachbody On Demand. Thousands joined Beachbody On Demand to stay fit during COVID-19, and they weren't disappointed. Beachbody On Demand gives you instant access to over 1,300 workouts you can stream anytime so you can maintain a consistent routine at home on your own schedule. Workouts are as short as 10 minutes that don't require extra equipment. In the time it takes you to drive and park at the gym, you could be finished working out. View on your computer, web-enabled TV, tablet, smartphone, Roku, Apple TV, Chromecast, and more. It's the best deal in fitness. Listeners of Pop Roast can try it absolutely free.
So a specific workout that I love is the Transform 20-minute sample workout with Shaun T. Like, I'm familiar with him already. And the workout, like, it's so easy for me to just start my day with. Like, before I even get my Red Bull to film Pop Roast, I'm energized already by Shaun T's workout. So when you guys try out Beachbody, I challenge y'all to find a specific program that you love too. Now, for our Pop Roast listeners, to get a free special trial membership, text ROAST to 303030. That's 303030. You'll get full access to the entire platform, all the workouts, nutrition information, and support, absolutely free. Just text ROAST, ROAST, to 303030. So I'm going to try to make the best of it. And like I said, I try to find my happiness daily. I just got me my king cake FedEx to me. That's what I love. It makes me happy. That was the highlight of my day. I got my king cake in the mail.
Congrats.
Now I really do need to stress out fucking FedEx for having the shit wet in the fucking mail room. But thankfully, you know, it was encased already. But the package was soaking wet.
Oh.
I know, right? I want to send a Karen letter, but I'm good.
Are you watching Unsolved Mysteries?
God, no.
Oh, you're watching Supermarket Sweep. I figured, you're going to flashback. Let's flashback.
Supermarket Sweep. I'm so excited, y'all. It's back on Netflix. It is like looking into a fucking time capsule. Like, there was this couple that was clearly gay, and they just skirt around the issue. And then there's this really awkward part where they're asking, like, all the people, like, what they do for a living. And a lot of them are like housewives, but they're just trying to figure out a nice business way to say it. You know, like, I'm guessing people look down on it. I don't know. But this woman was just like, oh, I'm just a wife and a mother of two. That's it. And he's like, great. You know, it was just uncomfortable. But anywho, watching it, I'm just like, this is so cheesy. I'm not sure why I watched this show. But me and my grandmother, we used to watch that show together religiously, and it just immediately made me think of her.
My grandmother and I used to watch shows on the Discovery Channel. We loved Shark Week.
We would watch Price is Right, Jeopardy, and Supermarket Sweep. Like, I was that kid who had a black and white composition notebook, and I would take score as I'm watching Jeopardy. That's how much of a geek I was.
Oh my God, you would.
I would. But yeah, enough about me. Enough about my business.
Well, we ain't getting into mine.
Right.
Demi Moore has carpet and a couch in one of her bathrooms.
Maybe it's just that big where, you know.
Ain't a pisser big enough in this whole wide world. Now, if you've got like a water closet and then like another door with the shower, and then you've got like a powder makeup room outside of all that, that's one thing. But I need 2 doors between piss and carpets.
Now, to be fair, there's some fine dining restaurants I've been to that have like couches in the bathrooms. Like a little like sleek couch in the bath. It's crazy, right?
Piss and couches. That's why I left. Piss and couches. But no, she's got like a whole living room. She's got a laptop and a tablet set up. and then just a pisser off to the side. I'm like, oh, oh, oh.
Who reported this? Was this on The Blast?
Delisted.
Delisted.
Mm-hmm.
Huh. That's a slow-ass news day. They're reporting what's in her fucking bathroom.
Monique confirmed she will not replace Nene on The Real Housewives of Atlanta.
Was it Monique who started that rumor? Like, I never believed it. I never thought that was a good idea.
She said, I wasn't going to say a damn thing because I knew it was a damn lie, but it kept going and going. Are you replacing Nene Leakes? Let it come straight from my mouth. No, my sweet babies, I am not doing The Real Housewives of Atlanta. And in my humble opinion, Nene Leakes is irreplaceable.
I think Nene and Monique got together and made that story up.
For clout. For a clicking of you.
Because I think Bravo is tired of Nene, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just thinking, oh, let's get Monique to chime in. Let's, tell Nene, tell people that Nene's irreplaceable. Clearly she's replaceable if, they've done seasons without her.
You are right. They got together and said, let's just lie. Like Jackie Christie, let's just fight. They said, let's just lie.
Yep, like the Austin Dario brothers and Jesse. Let's just lie. I want you to beat my ass. I want you to beat.
I want you to whoop. I want you to beat my ass. I want you to beat my ass. Pretend to beat my ass.
Pretend to beat. Oh, Lord.
Don't fucking face up too much now. That's the money maker.
Right. I want you to get to the bleach, get to the hat, bleach to the face.
And honestly, you could tell his face didn't look roughed up. That was just an S&M session. That was just a little bit of Rihanna. Come on, come on. Your face just got mushed in the pillow a little hard. That's all that happened. 2 cadaver dogs have zeroed in on what their trainer believes are human remains where? At the Tiger King Zoo. All this time, we thought Carol Baskin killed her husband, and it was probably his crazy ass.
Didn't that feel like it was just 2 years ago? And this happened when all of this started happening, we were shut in? It feels like that was so long ago.
I think 2020 is going to be like the number 13, where we're just not going to acknowledge it anymore. Like when we get to 2021, we're like, that didn't happen. It went from, 2019 to 2021.
Right.
Did you ever see that movie Murder on the 13th Floor on USA?
Jesus.
Wait, did you sneeze or hit a dab?
I sneezed.
And hit a dab.
But yeah, I have not seen that movie.
Oh, well, it was this hotel where there wasn't a 13th floor. It went from 12 to 14. And they actually do that in the city. Like, they just won't have a 13th.
Oh, yeah. Like, they take out 13s from elevators just because it's bad luck.
Yeah. And so in this movie, there was a 13th floor, and like they just kind of covered it on the outside with reliefs, and somebody like ended up breaking into it, and then there were murders, and then they had to kill the killer and all this other stuff. But I feel like that's what 2020 is going to be. It's going to be like we just seal it off, put a relief over it, act like it didn't happen.
I mean, it's really like the end of a disaster movie. We'll find out if,
we survive.
In November, that'll be the turning point.
It's like, okay, are we going to have a sequel, or is this going to have a happy ending?
Right, because I'm ready. I got my tux. I'm going to buy a tux for this occasion when he's like leaving the White House in handcuffs.
I'm going to save mine for the funeral. Bianca Bonney lashes out at those who abandoned her during her pregnancy. Honey, people was never with you before you was pregnant. Nobody gave a fuck about you. You didn't have fan to first, job to first. You got let go from Love and Hip Hop.
Bianca.
Who?
I don't know who that is. Is she from New York?
Yep. The latest thing she did was marriage boot camp with, I guess, her baby's father. But girl, you didn't have any friends, because if you had friends, they wouldn't have let you, run around with the fool that you're with. And they also would have helped you with your career. But you don't have a career because you don't have friends. I have a career because I have friends.
Is that the chicken noodle soup girl?
No, that's the girl who was beefing with the chicken noodle soup girl. And I don't know how you beef with chicken. Oprah Winfrey and Gayle reunited after 14 days of quarantine. And I want to know, did they do me and you must never?
I saw that. That was a sweet little like reunion. Like she was in her guest house for 14 days.
Mm.
Crazy. Like just on her compound, chilling in the guest house. That's actually like probably a real house, like a big ass house.
Like, I'm sure that's probably a 5-bedroom, 6-bath.
Yes.
I love that she's got the staff out there clapping for her. Just maids in the back. It's like, where are all these extra claps? Oh, that's the staff.
Right.
Staff's like, clap, clap, y'all. Here's a headline. Evelyn Lozada prefers to be in relationships. No, you prefer to keep yourself uneducated and living off of some man. That's what you prefer. A relationship, you don't know her. You're the one who's been engaged 19 times and you still can't seem to seal the deal.
It's just been so long since since Basketball Wives came on that I don't care what Evelyn's doing.
Well, the thing is, she's doing exactly what she did when you first met her. Hoeing. Hoeing. Are you going to watch Javicia as the first Black Batwoman on TV?
Now, see, I didn't watch the first Batwoman when Ruby Rose quit, so I'm gonna stick to not doing that. I mean, I'm happy, I'm happy for a Black woman getting a check and representation, but I just never been interested.
I was gonna say, like, you're the resident comic fan. I was never that into Batwoman either, and like you, fist pump of righteousness, Black Girl Magic. I'm happy for her, but I think I'm a peep at it. I'm just gonna peep at it to see what she brings. But I can't say I'm interested in the Batman plotline. Like when Gotham came on, I did watch for Jada as she wasn't Catwoman,
right?
Huh?
Was she like the Penguin?
She was who the Penguin learned from, I guess. She was her own villain.
I forgot all about that show. Jada was on that.
And she was good. She was really good.
Yeah, I heard. I do care about who's going to play Storm because Storm is supposed to be in Black Panther 2.
I heard it's Janelle Monáe.
I talked about it on my show, but I'm like, I can see Janelle playing Future Storm with the mohawk, but I can't see her playing I see Storm as a statuesque African woman, or a statuesque dark-skinned woman. And I said that I don't mind Rutina Wesley. I don't mind Tika Sumpter, Jodie Turner from Queen and Slim. And someone else said DeWanda Wise. I think that's a really good one too. She's from She's Gotta Have It.
None of those names are it for me.
Really?
The problem is they fucked up. They fucked up. Okoye should have been one of those women. Denai Guerrera, to me, is the only, oh my God, she is Okoye, but I feel like she would have been better cast as Storm. Honest, hand to God, hand to God. That is fucking nobody could do it better. I would like to see it. Impress me, blow me out of the water. I'm open. But in my mind, I just can't see anybody else doing it. And I'm always gonna be like, it should have been her. Sometimes we neglect our skin because we're busy, we don't know what to do, or we just don't have the energy. But here's the cold, hard truth. Your skin has needs. And if you want it to look as good as possible for as long as possible, you need to address it now. We get it. You might not know where to start, but there's a company that's taken all the guesswork out of it for you. Lumen. Lumen is on a mission to help give men the amazing skin they deserve through high-quality, expert-created products delivered right to your door. All of their products are formulated specifically for men's skin and made to target issues with maximum efficiency, using top-notch ingredients like charcoal, green tea extract, and vitamin C. It's not just about looking good, it's about feeling good. You need good skin health, especially as you get older, to prevent long-term damage. Personally, since I've moved out to the desert, I'm never without my Lumen Moisturizing Balm. That's the moisturizing balm because, honey, it gets dry as hell out here, and the last thing you want is a dry face. You know, we don't do ash over here on Pop Roast.
I mean, I love the charcoal cleanser when I wash my face in the morning. Thank you, Lumen, for introducing me to proper skincare.
Even if you have no idea where to begin, Lumen makes it easy to find the right skin management system for you. Choose from different skin concerns to address, or just pick up a simple starter pack for free.
So you guys deserve to look and feel your best. And here's where you start. Go to lumenskin.com/roast to get 1 month free trial of everything you need to start your skincare journey at home. That's lumenskin.com/roast to get your first month free. lumenskin.com/roast. I mean,
it's just,
I mean, I think Angela Bassett should have been the first Storm. Should have been Storm instead of Halle Berry. Because Halle Berry playing Storm.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, I'm like,
God. That was the most pathetic storm. Child, that wasn't a storm, that was a sprinkle.
Yeah.
A light rain. Even if Angela Bassett had been Storm, that shitty ass script, Bryan Singer, I see why she passed. Legendary actor and entrepreneur Robert De Niro, 76, and his estranged wife, Grace Hightower, 65, are now enthralled in a court battle about money. He said COVID-19 has put him in a sticky position. Grace Hightower initially wanted half of Robert's $500 million empire, but according to the prenup, she's only entitled to a $6 million apartment, $500,000 in cash, and $1 million in alimony every year. Girl, you got fleeced. And a $6 million apartment in the city is a hovel. A hovel. I know, I used to live in a hovel. That's why I moved the hell out here.
But 75 and 65, I'm just like, damn, y'all might as well just stay together, you know? Like, the marriage must be just, you know, unbearable.
He's taken her to court because he wants to lower her Amex limit from 100 to 50,000 because he ain't making no money no more, ain't no Tribeca Film Festival, and his restaurants are tanking.
Well, if he's worth, he's worth 500 million?
Worth 500 million and having access to 500 million are two very, very different things.
Oh, okay, well.
Like on paper, you can be worth 500 million, but that has to be adjusted for, you know, the shit that's going on. Like, now you're not making that kind of money and you're taking shit movies just for a paycheck so you can keep your lavish lifestyle going. She's also mad that him and his other family are at the Hamptons house and they won't let her into the Hamptons house. And it's like, you should have siphoned off a place in the Swiss Alps back when y'all was still good.
Wow.
The first gift I'm gonna get if I ever marry rich is some real estate that's deeded to me, like Alexis Carrington.
Deeded.
Exactly. It's like, what do you want for your birthday? A resort.
I wish I watched Dynasty.
Well, you can always make that wish come true.
Is it on Netflix?
The new one is on Netflix. I can send you a link to the old one. I'll send you valid clips that you need to know. You ain't got to watch the whole shit. I can send you what you need to know to get you abreast. Because the truth is, I think that you would really appreciate it because you'd be like, oh, like when Garcelle came in, it was very Dominique Devereux. Like they really recreated that scene. You'd be like, I see what you're doing. Aaron Spelling was a genius now, although he had that ugly daughter. I mean, if there's anything I wouldn't do, it's pass on those bug eyes to my children. I'd be afraid someone would call CPS. Well, please, she's grown, ugly, and broke. What's she gonna do? I think it's time we get into Jada's business. So it's time for us to break down the 12 minutes of Red Table Talk. We're going to really go over everything from wardrobe to attitude to our feelings on what the Red Table brings, has brought, and will bring in the future. We're going to talk about it here at the Blue Table. Christopher, before we go into this moment of healing, I want to know where you are in your process.
I'm in a process of healing. And I just want to get down to the bottom of it. The bottom.
To the bottom? Are you saying that Jada topped August like...
I don't know.
Like Alicia topped Swiss? Because Alicia topped Swiss like meat on a sandwich, honey. Alicia topped Swiss.
Jesus. I'm ready to get into the journey.
I feel like before we even begin the journey, I already have more questions than answers because we talked about Jada's business. But what was Will doing while she was all up in August's business?
Well, yeah, that's the thing. This interview basically opened up more questions for me. I mean, and it really didn't it gave vague answers. It was just very vague. It was like a word salad. Two people talking in riddles and stuff like that. They both know what's going on between them. And
a whole lot of nothing. First, we've got to talk about the wardrobe and the facial expression. Will looked like he had been crying. Will looked hurt and embarrassed. The green sweater said jealousy. Jada showed up in a very lesbian outfit. The jean shirt, the Adidas slides under the table that weren't even on her feet. I was like, ooh, high school Liz, okay. Very I've been caught, very an on punishment outfit. Y'all didn't say anything so that way you weren't lying, but you were definitely giving lies of omission.
Well, I felt like I didn't trust the interview. I didn't trust the interview from jump because clearly they had people speak for them. They had reps that said, Jada said this, Will said this too. So now you're saying your reps are lying? I don't get it. It just was something, it was fishy.
Jada, what do you mean there's people's feelings involved? There's yours, August, and Will's. And Will looks like he's about to cry, so he already hurt. Girl, it is not all love. When you say I don't like how all this came to be, that means I can't stand your ass, don't call me. Will is just looking at her like he can't stand her ass. I mean, he is I see why he doesn't have an Oscar. You're not that good of an actor.
I mean, I just think, I really didn't even worry about what Will was thinking because I feel like he did his dirt. He's just like, damn, you couldn't be a little bit more cleaner with your mess? Probably Will. So I think that's what he's more mad at. He's not mad at he's mad at he's embarrassed in this situation. I don't think he's mad at her doing her thing. It's just I know you didn't watch House of Cards, but they both were in a relationship with other people. Huh?
Who told you I didn't watch House of Cards?
Oh, you watch House of Cards?
I remember watching House of Cards.
Oh, okay, good. So you remember when they both had their things going on and it's just sloppy when you got...
I remember when they shared the driver.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah.
Don't tell me I ain't watched something.
But before you started over, Will mentioned it became Black Twitter's business. Now, Jada puts her business out every week. You can't like omit what business you want to put out. Like once you put your business out there, it's public domain. And people know that when they're on reality shows, like with no one, Denise probably like, okay, I'm on a reality show, but I'm gonna share what I want to share. It don't work like that, you know? So it's everybody's business now because you made it our business.
They have pimped that marriage, shown that marriage, used that marriage, put that marriage on the red table like buttered bread, often. So
Like
now that we want to actually get into the wait, what?
I said like the free chips you get at the Mexican restaurant.
Yep.
Enjoy.
And now that we want to, take a dip and try your salsa, don't get mad because you keep bringing it out to the red table. The red table could have been about everything else but your business. You could have said, oh yeah, we married, we cool, and let that be that. But no, y'all dive into your marriage and want to show us how to model our lives with your throuple ass shit.
And I don't think there's anything wrong with a throuple. It's just put it out there, like.
Don't pretend you're not having one when you are, heifer. You are.
Exactly.
Don't tell me how to have monogamy when you're having polygamy. See, Jada, if you want to say what nobody's business, your marriage wasn't nobody's business. We really weren't asking y'all what was going on. Like, the rumors about Will and Dwayne were out there. Nobody cared about where you were sticking your snatch. But you decided to come out and be the model for modern marriage. And now that we have questions, all of a sudden Black Twitter made it its business. No, you did. It was you. So 4.5 years ago, this shit started. You could have brought this to the table from jump.
I have to say that whose healing needs to be, who needs to be healed in this situation? Because the person that needs to be healed isn't at the table,
August really should have been at the table so we could have had a more honest conversation with everybody involved.
It's just like, you can't interview yourself, because you're going to omit, the real questions. And let's just look at the timeline, because I looked at the timeline. So 4.5 years ago, okay, 2016-ish. So Will Smith was doing Suicide Squad, and that's why everyone was thinking, okay, he's messing with Margaret Robbie. So that makes sense. That's the timeline's making sense. She was 43. August was 23. So it's just like, I'm looking at what people are saying on Twitter. Like if I'm in my 40s, ain't nothing me and a 20-year-old friendship have in common. So did she omit the part where, how did she meet August? Like, was that Jaden's friend? Because I thought it was Jaden's friend.
Right, that's a great point. Like, how did you meet?
Right, and I'm just like, a friendship, but I'm just like, okay, 23 years old, 43-year-old. I don't get how.
I'm 37. I'm 37 and I'm like, I ain't friends with nobody 23. Exactly. I don't know nobody 23.
That's your son's age. So it's just, And there's nothing wrong with getting it in, but you're still married, but she said she was separated, but I'm getting ahead of myself. So you can continue.
When she said, I started a friendship with August and we became really, really good friends. Child, he was getting it in from jump. And August is cute. You may not think so, but I think August is very cute.
But the thing is, another thing that's omitted is he looked like a family friend. Like he was with all of them. And it looked like Will did not mind. Like she was on the carpet with him and with her, with his hand around her waist, everything, they're together. So I'm like.
Will didn't care. Will cares as much about her pussy as we do. He ain't got a fuck for it, literally. But also, all these rumors of Will Smith with women. Women!
I mean.
Women with vaginas!
I don't think he's gay. I think he's bi. Bi. I think bisexuality does exist, but it's just like.
I agree. I just ain't saying Will Smith don't give it. I think that he was bisexual And now he's a confirmed verse. At the 3 minute and 27-second mark, when Will first says, when Og first came around, you could tell he was choking on that Og. He was choking on it.
And calling him Og, I mean, that means y'all have some type of
Familiarity.
yeah, like Og. I don't know. I just thought it was weird.
It's like you're trying to be parental, but y'all was fucking. And I think Will could have been, in on the game.
And I think she left that out too. Like she left out sexual in any capacity. It was just like a relationship. But what type of relationship? There's a lot of relationships. It wasn't a friendship. It was more than that.
Wait.
And I just want to know, she said he came to me like, he needed help. He had mental state. You're dealing with someone that's 23 and they have mental issues too, and you still go. I mean, I'm not putting it on Jada because August is a grown ass man too. But I'm just saying that, like, what did you think was gonna happen? Was it outlandish that he would come out 4 years later telling your business? Like,
tenderonis be talking. And that he is the definition of a tenderoni. And I could see getting caught up in the rapture of all. The feeling was so brand new. I could see him reminding her of Tupac because he'd be writing and rapping and say, I could see it. I could see her trying to relive once upon a youth.
And that's fine if she want to get it in. I'm just saying, like, just come truthful. Everything just felt so vague as she was explaining everything.
The way Will is saying, oh yeah, we were going through difficult times and I was done with your ass. The way he said it looking off, and he done with your ass now too. He really done. He like, I should have walked on then. The fuck. Now, Will said, you figure out how to make yourself happy and I'll figure out how to make myself happy. I want to know, how happy were you and Dwayne?
And how long was the relationship? Did she say that? Because all I heard was 4 years ago.
That's true. That's all we heard. Again, vague plot holes, like a Tyler Perry story.
So many plot holes.
And from there, I got into a different kind of entanglement.
Like the rooting.
He is so long, his penis is so long. I think entanglement is appropriate. Like all those limbs and phalluses just wrapping you up. I could see it. I would want to be entangled in him.
To be called an entanglement would crush me by someone who I was like in love with.
Well, now here's why she said entanglement. You can't get in front of your husband who you're trying to patch shit up with and talk about how that was the greatest love of all. He knocked out all my walls. The greatest love of all was when August was inside of me. You can't say that in front of your husband. You gotta call it an entanglement. You gotta downplay.
Right.
So I see why she said an entanglement, because you're in front of your husband. It's not like you telling your girl, oh, that's just an entanglement. You're in front of your man. You're trying to repair shit and downplay it. So yes, you're not gonna say how sweet it is. You're not gonna go full Anita Baker, but believe you me, I can see it in her eyes.
So Will tells her, like, entanglement, like, I think you need to say what it was. And I'm trying to, what did they say?
He said an entanglement. She said an entanglement with August. What is an entanglement? Was it a relationship? Yes, it was a relationship. I'll call it a relationship. Now Jada gone backpedal and pussy pop on Will's behalf and say, oh, Will, you never gave him permission. He gave him permission, please. I know a cuck when I see one.
Will decorated that as they were both separated. So I'm guessing August assumed that since they were separated, Will didn't care. But I don't know. Like, I still think Will didn't care at the time. Like, that's why he was with the family all the time. Like, August Alsina was with the family.
I think Will didn't care either. I agree with you. I think it's about the embarrassment.
Like, did he verbally say it? I mean, did he have to? It could be nonverbal, you know?
I like how Will kind of held her feet to the fire. He was like, no, really. What happened? What happened? Come on. Confess. She said, in the process of that relationship, I realized you can't find happiness outside yourself. No, you realized he was too young for your ass. The dick was good, but he couldn't hold a conversation with you, and you got bored. So you went back to Will.
I mean, I said what I had to say on that issue, so.
She said, I just wanted to feel good. And he looks like he can help you in that department. I remember those underwear photos. Okay.
So basically, when I'm hearing, like, she's talking in code, like, I just needed to feel good. I mean, all I hear is, like, I needed some good dick because I wasn't getting it at home. And then she was also saying that, oh, it just felt nice to just help and heal someone. Like Jada, as you can press your fingers against that red table, you're not a therapist. So I'm not sure, you can't prescribe medication. You're not a psychiatrist. So I'm not sure what healing you provide. You're providing sexual healing, but I'm not sure what you providing outside of that, you know? So the talking in codes is just all the euphemisms, like Will just said, an interaction. Like,
euphemisms. That's what it is. It's a euphemism because he's 20 years younger. Euphemism.
Yeah, it's just getting on my nerves because now you're like, oh, fuck, what's the word I'm looking for?
Playing in our face.
Playing in our face.
Semantic gymnastics.
You're patronizing my intelligence. That's what they're doing.
Patronizing.
Really? I'm from the South. I'm sorry. Patronizing, darling. Patronizing.
Well, a patron is a patron of the arts. Like, that's why they have the website Patreon. They gonna get your ass in the comments.
He makes I guess an analogy that he's like the person at the press conference while she's getting the heat. I'm just like, let's not put Jada like all the way out there. Like, it was both of them. This was amicable, like they said. This was an amicable separation. The problem is your business just got put in the street by somebody else. And Will's didn't. So Will isn't like free from all this as well. Like, I just feel like people are putting this all on Jada and it's not sitting well with my spirit.
You know what it is? It's normally the man is the fuck up. And Will adhered to the agreement. He kept his business out the street. They never said anything. The agreement was, do what you do, don't embarrass me.
Right, exactly.
She embarrassed him. So if you embarrass me, imagine how I'm gonna act.
Okay, I see that.
Oh, a plum fool. A plum fool. Like, why go after a talkative tenderoni when you're Jada Pinkett Smith and you could pretty much get any penis you wanted to? Like, it ain't like you ain't got options. You got coin and you got body. You got it all.
That reminded me. So, do you think that there was a point where she took advantage of him because he was 23? Now, I think even at 23, August Alsina was real popular when he came out. And it's different when you got that type of money at 23, that type of access than a normal 23-year-old person. So I don't believe the whole taking advantage thing as well. Like, I feel like they were just two broken people that got together.
I agree with that. I will say I don't think she took advantage, but I think that you should have known this was in the car.
Bad idea.
It was a bad idea. It was like maybe you could have done like a one and done. A one and done. If you just had to hit it, if you just had to do it, it really needed to be, okay, we gonna wear it out tonight. And then this was wonderful. Thank you. ships passing in the night and whatnot.
Well,
When you have a full-fledged relationship with somebody that's not just a 23-year-old, but a singer-songwriter with a tinge of telling your business, because he tell his own shit, I think Will was like, I don't think you need to mess with that. I don't think you need to mess with that. And she went on and messed with it, and now here we are.
well, when the dick is good, the dick is good. So I've heard. Like, very smart women and men get digmatized because it's just that good. And you'll risk a lot for, like, if it's that good.
No. I have a
I'm
pool.
just saying, like, I know some people that are very smart, and when the dick is good, they do some stupid shit.
No, I like my house too much. Sorry. Here's the thing. Dick is great, but I could be in a hot tub for hours. Dick you enjoy for about 30 minutes at a stretch. And who's paying for the hot tub? The pool man, the chlorine, the propane. If you ain't got propane, you fuck your penis.
But with status, like, when you're with their status, like, most celebrities, they just feel like they're untouchable, and they get caught up in that. And they think, oh, that's not gonna happen to me. Like, I'm Jada Pinkett Smith. Even Beyonce and Jay-Z had cracks. I mean, the whole elevator thing, it's on camera. Like, they can't skirt around the issue. We have
Jay-Z already skeeted around the issue, which is why the elevator incident happened.
Yes, and you have, like, Solange in that short wig, like, like, leg up and everything. Like, you can't deny it at that point. So yeah. I can barely hear you.
I said I'm so proud.
Oh God. But she was like that in the elevator.
She was really able to do some really deep healing. I bet probably about 10.5 inches deep of healing.
It's just these words that are just being thrown out, like transgression, entanglement, interaction, like just safe PR words. Like, I feel like the reason it took so long was because they're acting right now. Like,
they had to pull out a thesaurus, get a script. Did they call T.I., look, how many SAT words do we need to confuse the general populace?
Exactly. Like, a transgression. Like, what about it? I don't know. I just feel like it's still their business, but I'm just like, it was just so vague that it just even presented more questions, which doesn't help their situation.
Now we want to know what Will was doing. That's what I want to know. Where was Dwayne Martin during all of this? Okay, Will, you know why now. The why now is not weird at all. Why now? He just dropped a new album. And he's like, look, I'm singing about Jada's pussy, possibly Will's pussy. So, give it a listen. Maybe he'll get a #1 and he can do it off of, actual songwriting, unlike, jumping on someone else's coattails like rappers who shall remain nameless and talentless and Grammyless.
I don't know who you're talking about.
I don't know her either, but I wish her well.
When I had to confront and discover myself through this deep healing. Okay.
Deep healing, deep fleeting, I don't know. Og and I haven't talked in so long. No, you said you went out 4 years ago. It started 4 years ago. When did you stop talking? Give us a timeline.
Right.
I mean, this shit is more vague than an IKEA instruction. Will, what mistakes did you make where you didn't have to fear losing your family? What mistakes did you make? See, too many, like you said, too many questions are coming up. Jada, y'all have gotten to a new place of unconditional love because y'all ain't fucking no more. Now y'all just family, you share the kids, you enjoy being around each other on holidays. You might get the dick every now and then, but I feel like now that we're having this revelation at the red table, I feel like the red table is propped up by bullshit. You should have come to this from jump. It shouldn't have been like, oh, well, August spilled the tea and now we're going to have a fess up at the red table. You could have come and been like, look, we're in something of an open relationship and our marriage isn't traditional, rather than all this vague talk. But now that you've been put on blast, now you're going to come and confess? No, I have to keep that shit.
Also, look at the timeline, because I think August Alsina was on Red Table Talk before.
Possibly.
Like, I think I saw a picture of him. He's at the table with Jada and her mom. So I don't know. Like, I think she could have beat August to it and had a special episode about it.
Yeah.
But again, like, you can't have a show that focuses around your business and then get mad when people pull out something that you don't, feel comfortable.
He was at the table 2 years ago.
2 years ago. So yeah, they've been talking. So wait, let's do the math. So 2016.
2018, he was on Red Table. So they were probably deep. That's probably when that deep healing was going on.
So yeah, like, when was her and Will good again then?
Who knows?
Like, that's what I'm just wondering now. So now it started, well, they must have been having problems before August, of course. So
Dwayne Martin came into the picture when they were doing All of Us. That's when the shit went down.
Where is Dwayne Martin between all this? He's the key. He is the key.
He is sitting in a hot tub somewhere, living life on a lily pad, getting paid just to lay in the shade, taking pictures with a glass of lemonade.
Anywho, they come to what? What conclusion do they come to?
Their conclusion was bad marriage for life.
Oh yeah, they did the whole little fist bump thing. I mean, it was cute. They were laughing together. They're homies. They've been married for 25 years.
And they've been fucking for 5.
I just feel that, it was entertaining to watch. It was clickbait, but I feel like I just have more questions than when I started out watching it.
I agree.
And then the use of the word entanglement has just taken Twitter by storm. I mean, the last time I heard something like that was like an unconscious uncoupling. No, a conscious uncoupling. Remember that?
Yes. Although I try not to remember anything Gwyneth Paltrow's done. The only reason she got an Oscar is because she's Blythe Danner's daughter. You have no idea who that is.
No.
All right, well, we will see you sooner than we see the truth from Jada.
I was trying to think. Oh, wait. We didn't talk about Keke.
Oh, shit. Oh, my God. No, this is the issue with August. It's like.
So August, what was August's response to this interview? Because it was pretty immediate. Because somehow Keke got dragged in this situation. I was like, wait, we're forgetting something.
So apparently after the interview, somebody told Keke Palmer with the old picture of her in a car with August and said, is this your man? And she said, no, we never dated. Y'all are looking for something that isn't there. And then August just pops up with this message.
He just went off on her for no reason.
You're absolutely right. I was never, in capital letters, your man. You could possibly never, shorty. It seems you mad you got curved, but your friends are the reason for that. They showed me an endless thread of text/pics of me that you sent, worried about who I dated, and begged not to further disturb your mental instability.
So basically, this made August not even like, the optics made August look like, the victim. He's not the victim. He's trash too.
Mm-hmm. That was like, and Keke was like, how did I get it? When you see y'all be putting me in stuff, I ain't even in it.
Exactly. Like, this is an accomplished woman who's sane at this point, who has her mental faculties in check. Has a constant check too. And I'm just like, she was so graceful responding too, I guess, because when you have like a career, when you have your shit together, someone like August who's like, he's just really unstable right now. It just came out of nowhere. Just how you can see through the tweet. Like I could see him yelling that as he's typing it. Do you feel sorry for August in any way?
No.
That was what Wendy Williams did. That exact meme. No.
That's hilarious. It's funnier because my husband didn't have a baby on me and then leave.
Jesus Christ. Well, on that note, I think we covered it all. We mentioned it all. You know what's crazy? Through all this, no one has talked about August Alsina's music. I'm just like wondering, like, you know what? No one said anything about his music through all of this. And that was the reason this whole shit happened. I mean, we'll see you sooner than, my fucks for that album.